Hello, namaste, namaste to you all. I think you must be fine at home and you're enjoying a lot with your parents, aren't you? I hope so. It's me, Tanka Prasad Bhattarai from Dharan. I'm a teacher of secondary level in Sri Said Smriti Secondary School, Dharan. That is what I have written here, my introduction, short introduction there. Today I'm going to teach you class 10 English. And I hope that your class is not running nowadays, your school is not running nowadays. You must be at home, and I hope you have not gone out. Have you? No, I don't think. You should not go out. You should stay inside your parents. You should stay inside making fun, create so funny activities at home. Don't feel anxiety, don't feel anxious, but feel free because coronavirus has made the situation and it is disturbing everyone, not only you. It is disturbing me as well. It is disturbing your friends as well. Everyone, whole the world is locked down and they are suffering from so many problems. But these problems come and go. You don't feel sad. Okay, dear students, don't feel sad. Be safe, be inside, stay inside. And you have to now, this is the time that you have to study, and I'm here with you. I will always come here on the screen of Kriti Television, and you can simply log into Kriti Television. You can subscribe Kriti Television. This program, this teaching, alternative teaching program has been brought by Dharan Sub Metropolitan City and Kriti Television in consortium. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, are you okay? You get ready. Do you got book? Have you brought books from your school? Your school might be, administration is open. And in this text, actually in today's presentation, what I do is that I'll give a slight introduction about class 10 English. There are 19 units, which you can see in your book also. That is given in the table of contents there. Among those 19 units, these units focus on all language skills. You should be equally competent on listening, speaking, reading, and writing. But due to some, this gap, and there is a divide gap also, there is the divide, because of this, what we are feeling is that you cannot, what you speak, we can't hear because there is no two-way communication. And one-way communication is there, and I'm communicating with you. But you have to listen and you have to do what I say, and I'll help you. I'm here. Thank you. Then, justly, students, there are 19 units, and each unit consists of 4 language skills, and there are grammar activities, project work, and there are some fun corners also. You can have a lot of fun with those fun corners. Sometimes you have to read some comics, sometimes you have to form different types of things. That is what given there. And a lot of exercises are there. This book, your English book, which you have in your hand, this is full of text and exercises. You can enjoy a lot. Okay? Get ready. Get ready. Now I'm entering into the class Unit 1. Let's go to Unit 1. In Unit 1, especially I have differentiated, I have divided these all things. Reading exercises are there. I'll lead you to reading. I'll help you in reading. There are some grammar exercises, and I'll help you in grammar exercise, and vocabulary and writing. I have already told you that speaking is not possible from your side to me, but you have to speak with your parents. You have to speak with your friends. You have to speak to yourself. Talk to yourself. What you say, you listen yourself and you reply yourself. Okay, ask question to you yourself by voice, and you listen yourself, and we'll check whether you are right or wrong. This time, sometimes you have to do this also, my students. Okay, today, this is giving, withholding, and reporting permission. This is the language function. I'll teach you this language function and what different activities can be done and what different things can be done here. That is what I'll teach you in the grammar section. And vocabulary section is there. In vocabulary section, I will make you study a lot and a lot more. And in the writing sessions, then this writing and reading are somehow connected here. Then I will connect this thing in my class today. Get ready. Have you got copy in front of you? Exercise in front of you? Exercise book in front of you? Have you got book in front of you? Just turn the pages of your book. Turn at unit first. That is reading. Okay. See, what can you see? Can you tell me what each one is doing over there? What these people are doing over there? Right? This is the first picture. That what can you see over there? Two smiley faces, aren't they? Really, they are smiling and they are shaking hands. The next one is a person who is joining his hands, right? What is he doing? What are these people doing? These two people doing, persons doing? And see, similar like you, aren't they? Two boys, they are hugging. Yeah? And here in this picture, see, a middle-aged man, he is very smiley. Right? Isn't he smiley? He is smiley person. And I hope that this person is also similar to him, same as smiley as him. Right? What are they doing? They are simply joining the hands, shaking their hands, which you do with your friends also. What do you do when you meet your friends? When you go to school and you meet your friends, what do you do? Formally or informally, do you join hands? Or do you shake hands with your friends? Do you shake hands with all? Or only like you? And in this picture, you can see that one is, there is one person and another person is the, persons are there. But what are they doing? They are just simply bowing. Are their eyes meeting? No. I don't think their eyes have met. Right? No eyes meeting. This is what we can see that. And what is the similarity among all these pictures? What is the similarity? Can you say the persons are shaking hands, another one is joining hands, these persons are hugging, these two boys are hugging, and these two persons in this picture, they are, shaking hands, and the people are bowing. What does that mean? What are these people doing? What is this form? Can you say? Can you guess? Exactly, you're absolutely right. They are exactly greeting. They are greeting to each other. Because these all people represent from different cultures, and different cultures have different norms, values, tradition, conventions, right? In this way also, here you can see greeting, what they are doing. Some people are shaking hands, someone is joining hands. These all are the forms of greeting. Different people, culturally they are different, and different people of different culture have different types of norms and values. That is what you can find in this unit. Let's go further. Okay, don't go anywhere. Just be in front of you. If your children, if your friends, if your parents, they are away, then call them to watch on TV. Watch what exercise, what activity is going on. Call them to listen. Okay, call everyone. Don't be away from the room. Okay, this is what I'm already focused to my students. Then I'll focus more on reading today. I'll give you some reading exercises and I'll discuss with you about this topic, good manners. Manners? What people do, how they behave, how they deal with other people, deal with the situations, and these all come under the manners. Right? You have already seen that some people are doing? Hugging. That is a form of greeting. And in another way, another person had just joined the hands, joined their palms. And this is a form of greeting. But greeting is similar word, similar activity, but people from different cultures, they have done this differently. That is what culturally we are different. Right? In traditions, in activities, and in norms and values, we are human beings are similar, but culturally we are different because we follow the same we follow different culture. So that is what we learn here in this chapter. Okay, come on, you must have heard. I have made the line read here, global village. What do you know about on global village? What do you know? What do you think? Whole the world is a global village. Whole the world it has been a small place now. Do you believe? Is it right? Do you think that whole the world is a small place? So this is a global village. Means, what does that mean? Whole the world has been one community. And what has made the whole the world one community? Can you say? The world has been a small community. How? Because of what? Let's see what Merriam-Webster dictionary says. The world viewed as community in which distance and isolation have been dramatically reduced by electronic media. That is what we are doing now. Electronic media, there are many media tools, electronic media tools. Among them, television and internet, they are they are what people are, using this a lot, whole the world. And the distance is, there is no geographical distance, no geographical distance. Physically, people are far enough, they are at distant places. But electronically, they are joined. Aren't you? Yes, you are. How many of you brothers and sisters have been abroad? How you talk to them? They are living they are living miles away from your home. But you can talk to them, you can get connected with them within a second. Yeah? Do you feel that? Your brothers and your sisters. Some are in Australia, some are in the USA, some are in UK, and some are in New Zealand. Some are in Gulf countries. You can talk to them by looking on the screen of your mobile phone. That's what, the world has been really connected, and this is contracted also. That's why this is a global village. World is a global village. संसार वास्तवमा सानो एउटा गाउँ हो. गाउँ जस्तै भएको छ संसार. दूरीमा टाढा होला, तर दूरीहरू सबै घटेको छ यसको. त्यही भएर कल्चर पनि त्यही छ. कल्चर तपाईले हेर्नुभयो भने कल्चरली तपाई डिफरेन्ट कल्चर, एक ठाउँको मात्रै कल्चर छैन. कल्चर डिफरेन्ट ठाउँमा सर्दै गएको छ. What we follow here, what we do here, and some people are there, some small group of people, they are doing the same thing in another way, in different way, different manner. That is what we can see here. And please, can you tell me that do all people of the world behave in the same way? Do you think they behave in the same way or differently? What is it? Behave in the same way, which you have already seen that some people are doing namaste, some are hugging, and some are kissing also. In Muslim community, what happens? There is no hugging between male and female while greeting, but between male and male, between female and female, they hug and kiss as a sign of respect, sign of greeting. That is what we can find. But this is restricted in our community. This is considered as a bad culture in our community. In our community, what we do, which you have been doing, that I have been doing, namaste, simply namaste. There are certain ways also for namaste also. While greeting people, you have to join your hands and not above the chest level, not above, not side, not slanting way. This has a different meaning, but this has a very more respect. the person whom you respect a lot, you should never forget to join your hands up to the chest level. And your face should be smiling. That is the culture. So, all people of the world, they behave not in the same way, but they behave in the different way. What you studied? People in the world, they have different culture. All the people in the world, they behave in a different way. Yeah, being based on their culture. That's what we have done. And what decides the behavior of the people? Muslim people hug, Muslim people kiss while greeting, and Japanese people greet in different manner. What decides? You must be right. Yeah, it is definitely culture. Culture decides the way of people, how they do the different tasks. Culture decides. What is prevalent in their culture, what is found in their culture, that is followed by the group members. Right? So culture is shared understanding. Shared understanding बुझ्नुहुन्छ? बनेको एउटा सानो समुदाय, त्यो समुदायमा आपसीमा समझदारी हुन्छ। एउटै कुराको, सबैमा एकै खालको संस्कार हुन्छ। कसैले नमस्ते गर्दाखेरि के गर्छन्? नमस्ते गर्छन्। नेपालमा नमस्ते गरिन्छ। तर मुस्लिम कन्ट्रीमा दिएर गयो भने नमस्ते कम, उनीहरूले ग्रिटिङ गर्नु पर्यो भनेदेखि त्यसलाई फरक तरिकाले गर्छन्। पुरुषहरूको बीचमा ग्रिटिङ गर्दाखेरि नमस्ते भन्दाखेरि तपाई भाइ बहिनीहरूले भनिरहनु भएको छ, स्कुल जाँदा तपाई गुड मर्निङ भन्नुहुन्छ, कसैले नमस्ते सर भन्नुहुन्छ, नमस्ते म्याम भन्नुहुन्छ, त्यतिखेर तपाईले हात जोड्नुपर्छ। हात जोड्नुहुन्छ, यो कल्चर हो, यो म्यानर हो। यही हात जोड्दाखेरि तपाई फरक तरिकाले हात जोड्नुहुन्छ, साइडमा लगेर हात जोड्नुभयो भने के हुन्छ? That is considered as disrespect. So you should respect but should not disrespect people. You should love your people, you should respect their social status. And this is the way of Nepalese culture. And have you read or heard different culture behavior of people? Have you read? If you have not read, then I'll give you some idea here in this text. Can you say some examples? You can say that some of your friends say good morning, some of your friends say namaste, some of your friends say different words, and you have heard, you have seen on television people greeting differently. That's the way of, how they behave, how they greet, what their culture is, how their culture is, what are the cultural norms and values. The people from that culture, particular culture, they will follow the same. Right? You must have understood this. Now, how do you greet to someone in your culture? Yeah, I've already said that. How do you greet? Okay, you say namaste to your father, to your mother, who is right now beside you. Say namaste. You only say namaste, or you join your hands. You should join your hands. But you don't say this. Namaste, 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 namaste. These are all wrong ways. What is the right way? That I'll show you. This is the namaste. Smiley face. You should smile also. You should be happy also. This is the way of greeting in our Nepalese culture. We are Nepali and we follow the Nepalese tradition, Nepalese culture. Okay, let's go. Are you enjoying my class? You want a break? No break. Don't teach you a lot, but I'll give you some simple ideas which you can find in your culture. See, greetings in Nepali culture, Nepalese culture. Very small boy, right? Joining hands. This is a sign of respect as well, right? A small boy joining hands. This is greeting in Nepalese culture. We Nepalese people love greeting to others using this way, joining the hands. That is what we do in our culture. Let's see. Two girls, perhaps your friends, say how happy they are doing namaste. This is a form of greeting, right? So what do people do in Nepalese culture? They raise both hands right? Both hands up to the chest level. They join their palms. Palms means this palms. Yo hatkela. Tha cha ni tapailai? They join their palms together and say namaste. But namaste is informal. This is considered as informal expression. You should say namaskar. Namaskar is regarded as formal one. In formal situations to the respective people, you should say namaskar instead of namaste. Don't say namaste, but say namaskar and join your hands with a smiley face. But don't move these hands here or there or there or there. This is the way. Don't do that. Right? Okay, good. You are good, really. And, okay, this is, eye contact is a sign of respect that you should know. In Nepalese culture, what we do that whenever we find we meet a new person, what we do is that we say namaste. Namaste, then suppose you are sitting there, then I am doing namaste to you, namaskar to you, and I have a full respect to you, then what should I say? I should say namaste and I should look at your face. When I say namaste, you are there, namaste, then this is the sign of disrespect. You have to consider this. Don't do like that. Right? When you say namaskar, you have to join your eyes. Join eyes means there should be eye contact. Yeah, don't say namaskar and close eyes. But this is not really useful or a good way of greeting others. That is what you have to do in Nepalese culture. Okay, let's see what happens in another culture. Let's see. Greeting in American and Canadian culture. Have you heard what people do? Have you seen what people, American or British, is doing? American, British, they might be visiting in your country, visiting in your village also. Right? Have you seen them doing greeting to people? Have you greeted them? Oh, somebody might have greeted, right? Okay, let's see. I'll show you that what they do exactly. In American and Canadian culture, what happens? People shake hands. These two persons shaking hands and looking at each other. Similarly, let's see another one. See, is it loose handshaking or firm handshaking? Here's the actually. They are shaking their hands tightly, firmly. So this firmness, this tightness in the handshaking has a meaning, cultural meaning. Right? When you greet people by shaking hands, in American culture, what happens? The person whom you are shaking hands, your hands should be firm, strong. दरोसँग हात मिलाउनुपर्छ समातेर. दरुसँग हात मिलाउनुपर्छ भने औँला कच्याकचुक पार्नुपर्छ भनेको होइन नि. त्यसो नगर्नु. त्यो भनेको होइन. अमेरिकन कल्चरमा के गर्छन्? Simply in American culture, people shake their hands, but they look, there is eye contact. Yeah, between them there is eye contact. That is, you should not forget. Right? When you go to such community, you have to do the same thing. When they come to our community, they do the same thing. Right? When you go to Muslim community, then you have to greet in the way that the Muslim people do. When they come to our community, they do also same. Right? In American culture, in Japanese culture, in Thai culture, the greetings are different. Means I've already told you that. What decides the cultural behavior of people? Yes, definitely it is culture, cultural norms and values. So let's see another one. That's what they do. They shake hands firmly, looking straight at each other's eyes. And this is formal one. When you don't look at the eyes when shaking hands, then this is informal. This is a sign of disrespect, right? And there is another way also in greeting. Raise right hand up to or above the head level. Suppose hi, saying hi, hello. This is also a greeting, form of greeting, but this is considered as informal way of greeting. Which one do you love? Formal one or informal one? In informal one, there is disrespect, not full respect. But in formal one, there is high respect. We have to respect people, right? Our Nepalese culture says that we have to respect others. If you want to get respect from others, then you have to respect in advance, in return. That's the way, right? सबैले तपाईलाई माया गर्नु, माया चाहनुहुन्छ, सबैबाट तपाई सम्मान चाहनुहुन्छ भने तपाईले अरूलाई के गर्नुपर्छ? हो त भाइ बहिनी, तपाईले पनि अरूलाई सम्मान गर्नुपर्छ, माया गर्नुपर्छ. Never forget. Okay, greeting in Japanese culture. Okay, see what people doing? They are bowing their head. There is no eye contact. What they simply do is they bow. They bow. And bowing is also, there are some different ways, different styles of bowing also. Yeah, this is also bowing and this is also bowing. While bowing, they don't do this, right? They just bow. See what people doing, hands by the side of their thigh and then bowing like that. But while bowing, there is no eye contact. So in Japanese culture, what happens? People bow to, greet. And there is one more interesting thing which you can see, that more respect is displayed with a deeper bow. Deeper bow means bow like that. Yeah, the person whom you respect a lot, you have to bow a lot in Japanese culture. The person, that bowing, matter or style of bowing, that shows how respectful the person is. If you bow like this, a deeper bow, it doesn't mean that you have to fall on the ground. भुइँमै जानु भनेको होइन, टाउकोले भुइँ छुनु भनेको होइन. अलिक तलसम्म गएर नमस्ते उहाँहरूको भाषामा भन्नुपर्ने हुन्छ, हैन? जापानिज भाषामा धेरै तलसम्म गयो भने त्यसले धेरै रेस्पेक्ट भन्ने बुझाउँछ. अलिअलि रेस्पेक्ट गर्ने छ भने नमस्ते, उनीहरूको भाषामा नमस्कार भन्नु पर्यो, तर थोरै मात्रै झुक्ने. यो झुकाइ छ नि, बोइङ, that decides how important the person is. Respectable person, the person whom you respect a lot, the more respect, the deeper bow. जति डीप बो भयो त्यति धेरै रेस्पेक्ट. अभोइड आई कन्ट्याक्ट फर रेस्पेक्ट. अब यहाँ चाहिँ आई कन्ट्याक्ट अभोइड गर्नु पर्यो. सी व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस इन कल्चर, राइट? इन अमेरिकन एन्ड क्यानेडियन कल्चर, आई कन्ट्याक्ट इज रिगार्डेड एज, कन्सिडर्ड एज मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेन्ट. बट इन नेपालीज कल्चर, आई कन्ट्याक्ट इज इम्पोर्टेन्ट. इन जापानिज कल्चर, देयर इज नो आई कन्ट्याक्ट. Avoid eye contact. When you bow, then there is no eye contact. So this is the differences in cultural norms and values. There is no physical contact while greeting. No physical contact, no handshaking, no coming too closer. Right? No hugging, no kissing. This hugging and kissing are a form of greeting in some culture, some culture, but in Japan, this is restricted. Okay, come to the Thai culture now. What people do, they just press their hands, right? Press both hands together at the chest level and bow slightly. In Japan, people bow more down, deeper down. But in Thailand, they join their hands join their hands, they press their hands at the chest level and they bow a little. Right? They don't bow deeper down. This is what we find in cultural differences on greeting. Right? Okay, let's revise that. What American people do, how do they greet? How do Japanese people greet? How do Chinese people greet? Muslim people greet? That's what we can see in different cultures. Okay, this is about Thai people. It seems shaman is praying, right? Praying. प्रार्थना गरेको नि तपाईहरु मन्दिर अगाडि गएर के गर्नुहुन्छ हिन्दू हुनुहुन्छ तपाईहरु भने मन्दिर अगाडि गएर के गर्नुहुन्छ मुस्लिम हुनुहुन्छ भने मस्जिद अगाडि गएर के गर्नुहुन्छ तपाईहरु क्रिश्चियन हुनुहुन्छ भने धर्म मान्नुहुन्छ भने तपाई पनि त जानुहुन्छ होला चर्च त्यहाँ ग्रीटिङ त गर्नुहुन्छ नि कसरी गर्नुहुन्छ how Thai people greet to others, greet to someone, they just press their hands together at the chest level and what do? They close their eyes. Close their eyes. This is the difference between Nepalese culture and Thai culture in regard of greeting, right? Okay, you see a photo, look at the photo closely. Which community does she represent? Can you say? Why is she just showing her eyes only but covering all parts of her body, even the head, even the cheeks, even mouth, nose, everything she has covered. Why? थाहा पाउनुभयो सोच्नुस् त कसले तपाईको कम्युनिटीमा कसैले गर्नुहुन्छ यस हो सही एकदम सही तपाईको कुरा she is from Muslim community मुस्लिम समुदायबाट आउनु भयो उहाँ रिप्रेजेन्ट गर्नुहुन्छ right she is from Muslim community and what people do on Muslim community and other things. Let's see cultural behavior and clothing and visiting restaurant. That is what I'll show you. Many countries have their own rules and clothing and going out to places. How often do you go to restaurant and hotel, especially restaurant? How often do you go? I sometimes go. What do you do? जानुहुन्छ होला नि कहिलेकाहीँ restaurant. To celebrate birthday, to enjoy with your friends, when you have passed, when you have gained a lot things, right? Then you want to enjoy, and for enjoying, where do you go? Definitely you visit your restaurant nearby you, right? Okay, while visiting new places, what you should do and what you should not do is very important. If you do not do what people do in other countries and other community, then that creates a misunderstanding, right? When you go to Chinese community and we do the same thing that we Nepalese people do, that creates misunderstanding. So avoid misunderstanding while visiting new places. That's why you have to have more knowledge on cultural behavior of people, right? तपाई नयाँ ठाउँमा जानुभयो भने त्यसै गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ पर्दैन नयाँ ठाउँमा जाँदाखेरि त्यो ठाउँको मान्छेहरूले के गर्नुहुन्छ त्यसो गर्नु भएन भनेदेखि कल्चरल मिसअन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ हुन्छ right? You try to avoid cultural misunderstanding. That's very important, important value that we have to take on, important knowledge that we have to take on. And what people do, in Asian and Muslim countries, should not reveal body, especially women. So she is from Muslim countries. In your community also, there are Muslim women and Muslim girls. Do they cover their whole body parts as she has done? Do they do? If they do not do, even though they are Muslim, but they are not in their deeper community, traditional community. Muslim countries, namely there are so many Muslim countries, Arabian countries. In Arabian countries, especially in Saudi Arab, Pakistan, what Muslim women do? They cover whole body parts. But what Americans do? No, regardless of any clothes. They put on the shorts. देख्नु भएको छ हैन, हाफ पेन्ट लगाएर हिँडेको हुन्छन्. उनीहरूको कल्चरमा द्याट्स ओके, बट इन मुस्लिम कल्चर इट इज नट परमिटेड. नो, दिस इज कन्सिडर्ड एज spoil of cultural value. That's what we have to consider, right? And similarly, Westerners, Americans, no such rules. In formal occasions, they put on formal dresses like suit, tie. In formal occasions, while going out, while visiting out, what do? They simply put on the garments, clothes, which fits them, which they love, no matter. Not only the male, female also put on the same type of dress. That's okay. That is informal way of dressing in Western culture. Think of Nepali culture. तपाईं आफ्नो कल्चरमा सम्झिनु त. फर्मल सिचुएसनमा हामी के लगाउँछौं? दौरा सुरुवाल धेरैले लाउनुहुन्छ अहिले. सुट, टाई, कोट. अनि महिला दिदीबहिनीहरूले साडी लगाउनुहुन्छ, कुर्ता सलवार लगाउनुहुन्छ. हाम्रो कल्चरमा द्याट्स ओके, बट इन मुस्लिम कल्चर दिस इज इम्पोर्टेन्ट. Means in Muslim countries especially, in your around there are Muslim communities, but they don't put on in such manner. That's the difference. In one place and another, between two places, that decides how the things are done. Means there is acculturation, right? And come to the Japanese people, yeah, very, that is surprising activity, behavior, cultural behavior people have in Japan. Take off shoes before entering a house or restaurant. What do you do when you get into your room? What do you do? Yeah, you take off your shoes and slippers, right? I also do the same. I also take off my shoes and slippers when I return back from outside. In Japanese culture also same. But very surprising, another point is there. See, take off shoes before entering a house or restaurant. While going to restaurant, what do? You take off your shoes like Japanese people do, Thai people, Iranis, and Korean people. Do you do similar way? In the same way? No. In our community, this is not considered as compulsory cultural behavior. But in their community, this is considered as compulsory behavior. That is good manner. Good mannerism matters a lot. So students, please, we have to follow the cultural norms when we visit new places. Why we need to do so? To avoid the cultural misunderstanding. We have to avoid the cultural misunderstanding. What to avoid? Say again. What to avoid? What should we avoid while going to the new places? we have to avoid doing the same thing that we do in our culture. We have to follow up to the level that we can follow others' culture when we go to the new places. That's important. Okay? अब भन्नुस् त तपाईहरु तपाई अर्को ठाउँमा जानुभयो भनेदेखि के गर्नुपर्छ? थाइल्यान्डमा जानुभयो रेस्टुरेन्टमा छिर्नुभयो, जापान जानुभयो रेस्टुरेन्टमा छिर्नु पर्यो। के गर्नुपर्छ? तपाईले जुत्ता खोल्नुपर्छ, चप्पल खोल्नुपर्छ। And you should put them facing the doorway. ढोकातिर फर्काएर राखिदिनु पर्ने हुन्छ त्यसलाई। तर नेपालमा तपाईको ठाउँमा हेर्नुस् त, तपाईको ठाउँ रेस्टुरेन्टमा जाँदा तपाई जुत्ता खोल्नुहुन्छ? जुत्ता खोल्नु पर्दैन हामी रेस्टुरेन्टमा जाँदाखेरि, त्यस्तो खालको हाम्रोमा कल्चर छैन। तर वहाँ जापान, कोरिया, चाइनामा यो कल्चर छ। So when we visit new places, we must be aware of the cultural understanding. If we are unaware of the cultural behavior, that creates misunderstanding, and that cultural misunderstanding is very dangerous. I give you another example. Suppose in Western societies, what happens? People greet by kissing, right? But in our culture, this is not permitted. This is considered a very, bad behavior. What happens when people start greeting in the same way that Western American ladies do? That creates misunderstanding in our culture. हैन? अमेरिकन लेडिजहरु उनीहरुले भेट हुँदाखेरि उनीहरु अगालो मार्छन् अनि चुम्बन गर्छन्। यो हाम्रो कल्चरमा गरियो भने के हुन्छ? कसैले मन पराउँदैन, कस्तो नराम्रो रहेछ भन्छन् हैन? त्यही हो कल्चरल मिसअन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ। नयाँ ठाउँमा जाँदाखेरि हामीले आफ्नै कुरा गर्यौं भनेदेखि त्यसले असमझदारी ल्याउँछ। अमेरिकन्स हाम्रोमा आएर उनीहरुले त्यहाँ जे गर्थे त्यसो गर्दैनन्, राइट? हामी जे गर्छौं त्यसलाई फलो गर्छन् उनीहरु। त्यो हो कल्चरल अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ। Okay, then come on. Food and drink. Then for food and drink, this is also similar in many places and different in other places as well. In Italy, Spain, Latin America, people compulsory have breakfast and they consider lunch is the biggest meal in a day. तपाईको ठाउँमा के हुन्छ? Which is the biggest meal? Is it the similar culture? Yeah, when you are in your town, in your village, and when you go to the another place, do you find the similar one? No. Right? But in Italy, Spain, in Latin America, what people do? Their fooding habit is different. Right? They compulsory have light breakfast in the morning time. And they think lunch is the biggest meal and last for 2 or 3 hours. Whoa, how long? How long does it take you to finish your meal, finish your lunch in the morning time before going to school? How long does it take? Yes, it takes only 5 minutes. For me, if you talk about that time, then for me, it doesn't go more than 10 minutes. Yeah, how long do you take to have your meal in the morning? Yes. But what Italians, Spanish and Latin Americans do in the biggest meal means lunchtime, during lunchtime, they enjoy having, relax, having different types of foods for 2 to 3 hours. So long time they spent on having meal, having lunch. That's quite surprising to us, different to us, isn't it? Right, and at night they have a very light dinner. This is just a reverse in our community. हाम्रोमा के हुन्छ भन्नुस्? बेलुका पनि खाना टन्न खान्छौं हामी हैन? बिहान पनि टन्न खाना खान्छौं। हाम्रो यो फुड ह्याबिट छ। तर अमेरिकन्सको, इटालियन्सको, ल्याटिन अमेरिकन्स, स्पेनिसहरुको के रहेछ? बिहान ब्रेकफास्ट खान्छन्, बिगेस्ट मिल उनीहरुको लन्च हुन्छ, त्यो पनि मिड डेमा हुन्छ। अनि बेलुका सुत्ने भन्दा अगाडि उनीहरू त्यो डिनर टाइममा एकदम लाइट डिनर खान्छन्. Once they have a biggest meal, but twice they have very light breakfast and dinner. That's the habit, that's the culture in these countries. And British people have light breakfast in the morning and lunch at midday, have business lunch and do business while eating. Yeah, British people are very, they have very different culture regarding this food and drink. They have breakfast, and during their lunch time, what do? Business, especially business persons, they discuss on their business. That's what, this is different in another side of the world, another part of the world, right? In another country, this is different. And Americans do business meeting even during breakfast also. Yes, very open. Yeah, formally or informally. Suppose some people are there in, while having breakfast, then they do their business meeting there, even at that time also. American को अलिकति फरक छ. हाम्रोमा त्यस्तो हुन्छ ब्रेकफास्टको टाइममा हुँदैन, तर अमेरिकनको हुन्छ. उनीहरू बिजनेस मिटिङ गर्न सक्छन्, डिस्कस गर्न सक्छन्. In next place, people do not speak while having breakfast or lunch. This is also a culture. In Japanese and Mexican culture, there is different, right? Don't discuss on business and rarely drink alcohol at lunch times. हेर्नुस् त कति फरक छ. In Australia, during daytime, also during lunch time, you can have, people can have beer. But beer is considered as a drink in our country, and this is restricted. People can go to their offices drinking beer also, because this is considered as soft drink in their countries. But this is considered as hard drink in our country. This is the difference, right? And in Japan and Mexico, what happens? People think lunch is the time to relax and socialize. They think. But in your country, in our country, no. It is not the time of relax. That's why we complete having lunch or dinner within 5 or 10 minutes. त्यही होइन त हाम्रोमा त रिल्याक्सको समय होइन, यो सोशलाइज हुने समय होइन. हामी ठान्दैनौँ, त्यसैले 5-10 मिनटमा सक्छौँ. जापानिज र मेक्सिकनहरू के गर्छन्? घन्टौँसम्म बसेर सोशलाइज हुन्छन्. उनीहरू खाना भनेको, लन्च टाइम भनेको यस्तो तरिकाले हेर्छन् उनीहरू. दे थिङ्क लन्च it is the time to relax and socialize. In China and Korea, what people do? People have business banquets. Don't discuss on the business. See, American मान्छेहरू के गर्छन्? Even breakfast मा शुद्ध business meeting गर्छन्. तर Chinese र Koreanहरू के गर्छन्? They have business banquet. Banquet means feast, meal. But they don't discuss on business. See, this is the difference. This is cultural difference in different places. Okay, let's see. What happens doing business? Means business hours in many countries, 8 hours. This is considered. That generally starts from 9 or 10 a.m. to 5 or 6 p.m. But in Greece, Italy, Spain, business closes couple of hours early afternoon, and that opens until late evening. This is different. In our country, business start from morning to evening, but they don't open. They are not kept open till late evening. This is the difference, right? In big markets like Shanghai, Hong Kong, right? New York, business is open till late evening, even the midnight as well. But it is not as a culture in our country, in our villages, right? In many countries, exchange of business card is essential for introduction. Exchange of business card. Yeah, this is important. But in our country, this is not considered as important phenomena, right? It is not considered as important work. Yeah, people, they are Japanese people, have you heard? Okay, this is what here you can see that. In Japan, business cards are presented with two hands, like two hands, business cards. But in our country, when someone gives a thing to another one, they will use their right hand. Right hand, they use. But in Japan, they use both hands to give something and take something. This is the culture. That's why culturally we are different. Right? Culturally different, but we all human beings are the same. So, habits, manners, these are culture specific. Right? Culture specific. That means something is considered as okay, good, but this thing is considered as bad in another culture. That's why between cultures the things are very different. Okay, there is one point that you have to consider, that business cards are printed, they are prepared with two languages. Why? When you have to go to new place where your language is not understood, then you have to write down at the reverse side, back side of your business card, the local language. You have to write your introduction regarding in local languages. This is why. Do you think this is important thing? It is essential one, do you think? Yes. When you go to the new place, a different place where your language is not understood, you have to introduce yourself through writing on the card, business cards. That's what you have to use your use the local language. That's important, right? To avoid the misunderstanding. Yeah, in Japan, business cards are presented with two hands facing the writing to the person it is given. This is a habit. This is a culture. This is manner, right? That's why what I am discussing here is that we have to follow the manners, how people do, how people deal with the things. We have to take an understanding on those things, right? If we ignore those cultural ways, cultural things, then that creates misunderstanding. Are you sure? Do you follow? Okay, you have to take an account of those things. Okay, very fun thing is here that Japanese business people go to restaurants, nightclubs, bars with their colleagues after work once a week. This is their obligatory task. How often do you go to restaurant? I don't think you always go and I always go, but we sometimes go. But these people, business people in Japan, they go to restaurants, nightclubs, bars with their colleagues after work, and then think that it is their professional duty. If one does business, a business person, and doesn't go to restaurant, then he is not considered good in Japan, right? But this is just opposite in the culture of us. In Nepal, business people, when they frequently go to the restaurants and enjoy a lot with their friends, then this is considered a rubbish. This is not a good task. But in Japan, this is obligatory and this is a professional duty also. That's what we have learnt a lot. Did you enjoy the lesson? Okay, you read your book. This is at Unit 1. And now I will take you to another point. That is, let's practice something. Okay? Yes. Get ready. Take your copy, exercise book with a pen. Yeah, get ready. Always get ready, keeping your pen like this. Yeah, in this way. Get ready. I'm speaking here. You can watch on the screen. You listen and you write on a copy. Okay? Okay, let's try now some of the examples. Fill in the gap spaces with correct words. Okay, get ready. Greeting manner is ... is specific. What is the right word that you want to put here? That should be meaningful. Write down. Greeting manner is ... specific. What do you think, Iriji? What word goes there, fills there? Yes, definitely there is culture. Greeting manner is culture specific. Right? Now come to B number. Okay, you move your hands a bit faster. Right? Almost people ... each other when they meet for the first time in a day. Almost people means many people, more people. What is the word that you have to put here? Which is the word? Yes, your guess is right. Almost people greet. Greeting has been a culture. And when when people meet the first time in a day, then they compulsorily greet. This is a culture now. Japanese people go deeper to show more. What is the word that goes in the third C number? That fails in number C. That should be meaningful. Think. Have you finished writing this? Japanese people go deeper to show more. You can come closer to the television screen and you can see the words big one. Japanese people go deeper to show more. What? Yeah? Yes. Your thought might be right. It is respect. To show more respect. And next thing, let's say D number in ... culture. Women should cover their body whole. In which culture? Previously, I had presented you a picture also, picture of a girl covering all parts of her body and just only showing her eyes. In which culture is it found? In Muslim culture. That's right. You're right, absolutely right. There is no any physical contact while greeting in most ... countries. What is the word that goes here in this blank? Right, that's Asian. In most Asian countries, there is no any physical contact. In most Asian, but in some Asian countries, there is physical contact. Okay, now I'm going to complete today's class. How did you feel? Let me know. Okay, let me know. You make your every time productive. You study well. You are with your parents. You enjoy a lot. Have a lot of fun. There is lockdown outside and your schools are closed also. It doesn't matter that we are here present to teach you, to guide you, but you have to come with us, right? You should take notice when that classes are taking place on Kriti television. You have to take a notice of that also. You tell the thing that our classes are going with, they are running on the screen of Kriti television. You should inform them also. If there is no any provision, any management at your home, ask them to make management also. Okay, student. Okay, this is for you homework. Write down those words, those sentences, and decide whether they are true or false. Okay, copy very fast. Okay, next assignment for you. Compulsorily you have to do this and I'll check this in my next class. Right? You copy the questions now, write down the answers, read your book once more. The facts that I've taken out are from your book. Unit 1, don't forget. तपाईकै किताबबाट मैले निकालेको हो. मैले के पनि भनेको छु, के स्लाइडमा तपाईलाई देखाएको पनि छु. These all are taken from your book. एकचोटी तपाई पढ्नुस् अनि यो क्वेशन्सहरु छ ट्रू फल्स के छ त्यसलाई तपाईको एक्सरसाइज बुकमा लेख्नुस्. अनि फेरि तपाईको लागि अर्को असाइनमेन्ट मैले यहाँ दिएको छु. Read the text and answer these questions. एकचोटी पाठ पनि पढ्नुस्. अनि यो क्वेसनहरूको उत्तर लेख्नुहोस् है त। हुन्छ, एकदम तपाईहरु ज्ञानी हुनुहुन्छ, तपाईलाई सहयोग गर्न भनेर हामी यहाँ छौं। तपाई सधैँभरि कृति टेलिभिजनको स्क्रिन अगाडि बस्नु होला। टाइम हामी भन्छौं तपाईलाई, त्यही भनेकै समयमा तपाईहरु उपस्थित हुनु होला। ओके, यो सबै लेख्नुहोस्, क्वेशन्सहरु लेख्नुहोस्, राम्रो अक्षरमा लेख्नुहोस्। म यसको एन्सर तपाईलाई नेक्स्ट क्लासमा दिन्छु है त। टिल देन, have a lot enjoyment. Bye bye.